Hi everybody, welcome to Live Blogger. In this tutorial series, we have been designing this live search functionality using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So this is how it works. When we click on this search icon, we get this screen right here, and by default it will display some featured posts over here. And you can go ahead and search for some text right here. So if I just type S, we can see that all the posts that have S in the title displayed over here. And if I just type, let's see, SEO, then we can see that all the titles that has SEO is displayed over here. Now in this video, I'll show you how to add this to your Blogger website. So let's get started. Right here, I'm in the dashboard of my Blogger website, and if I go over here to theme, here we can see that we are using this theme called Contempo Lite, which comes by default with Blogger. Now if I just open this website, this is how it looks right now. Now we're gonna go ahead and replace this header right here with this header. So let's do that. Let's go over here and click on this arrow, and let's click on Edit HTML. And now we need to replace this header. So let's right click over here and let's go to Inspect. And let's see how this page is structured. So here we can see we have this header, and in the header we have all the content for the header. So let's go ahead and search for this header tag. So here in this theme code, we can just press Command F or Control F and just search for header. And here we can see we have this header. So I'll just go ahead and hide this. So for now, I'll just comment it. So you can just press less than, exclamation and hyphen hyphen to comment it. And let's search for the end of the header tag. We can just search for it over here. So I'll just type less than / header. And this is the end of the header tag. So here I'll just type hyphen hyphen greater than. And now we can see everything inside the header is commented. Now this code will not be executed. So now if we save this, and now if we go back to our website and if I refresh this page, here we can see that the header is no longer displayed. Now let's go ahead and add this header right here. So for that, let's go back to our theme code, and here we will add the HTML of our header design. So let's go to the source code, and I will leave the link of the source code in the description. So let's go ahead and copy this header from here, and let's copy it till this line of code, and let's paste it over here. And now let's also copy and paste the CSS. So if you scroll up, here we can see that we have the CSS of the theme code. So let's go ahead and add a comment over here. So I'll just type custom header, and let's go to our CSS file, and I'll just copy all the CSS from here and I'll just paste it over here. Now let's go ahead and save this. And let's go back to our website and let's refresh this page. And here we can see that the header is being displayed. Now if you scroll down, the header moves up. Now we want the header to stay there fixed. So for that, let's go back, and here let's go to the container division. And here for this header, main header, let's go ahead and set the position to fixed. So right now it is set to relative. So let's change this to fixed, and let's save it and let's see how it looks. Let's go back to our website and let's refresh this page. And now we can see we have some problems. So we don't have the correct width for this element, and we want all the other elements to have some margin top so that the header is displayed correctly. So let's do all of that. Let's right click over here and go to Inspect, and let's go ahead and see what is the width of this element. So if you go over here to this division right here, this is the container division, and if we scroll down, here we can see that we have a width of 890 pixels. Let's go ahead and let's go back to our theme code, and here we need to set the width. So let's set the max width to 890 pixels. Now for an element with a position of fixed, to have the full width, you have to set the left position to 0 and also the right position to 0. And let's go ahead and save this. And let's go back to our website and let's refresh this page. And this is how our header looks right now. And now we can see that the header has a larger width, but it doesn't have the correct width. So for that you can just add a line of CSS. So if I right click over here and go to inspect, and let's select the main header, and here for the main header if I just type box sizing border box, now we can see that we have the correct width. That's because now we are also including the padding of the element inside the width. So now we have the correct width. Now if we scroll down, we can see that all the other elements are going through the header. So we need to set a z index to this header. So here let's tap z index, and I'll just set the z index to, let's try 500. And now we can see that the header is on top of all the other elements. So let's add these two lines of code. So I'll just copy this, and let's go back to our code, and here I'll just paste the CSS, and let's save this. And let's go back to our website, and let's refresh this page. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to add some margin top for all the other elements. So let's right click over here and go to inspect, and if you scroll up, here we can see that after the header we have this div, and in the div we have all the elements. So let's go ahead and add some margin top to this. So here if you just type margin top, let's try some values. Let's try 40 pixels, and I think we can increase it. Let's try 50 pixels, and I think 51 pixels looks alright. So we can go ahead and change this to bring it down a little bit more if you want. I'll just stick to 51 pixels. Right, now let's go back to our theme code, and let's go ahead and take a look at the div. So I'll just search for it over here. I'll just search for the end of the header tag, and here we can see after the header ends we have this div. So let's go ahead and add a class for this so that we can style it in the CSS. So I'll just type class, and I'll just set the class to a unique value. I'll just type my main container. Right, now let's scroll up, and let's go to the CSS, and we'll just select the class called my main container, and let's add a margin top, and let's set the margin top to 51 pixels, and let's go ahead and save this. And now if we go back to our website, and if I refresh this page, here we can see that everything looks alright. Let's open one of these posts, and here also we have the correct margin top. So everything is working alright. Now let's go ahead and add the JavaScript. Before that, let's go ahead and set the link of this logo to the home page. So I'll just copy the link of this home page from here, and let's go to our header, and here we can see that we have this division with the class of logo, and here we have this anchor tag. So here instead of this hash, I'll just paste the link of the home page. And now let's go ahead and save this. And let's go back to our website, and if I refresh this page, and if I open one of these posts, and if I click on this logo, we are taken back to the home page. Right, now let's go ahead and add the JavaScript. So let's scroll down, and let's go to the end of our theme code, and we'll add the JavaScript over here. So just before the body ends, I'll just create a script tag over here. And let's go back to our source code, and let's go to the main.js file, and let's copy all this JavaScript from here. And we're going to change all this data inside this array later. But for now, let's copy this, and let's paste it over here. And let's click on save. And let's go back to our website, and let's refresh this page. And now if we click on this search icon, we have this results container displayed over here, and you can search for anything right here, and it will be displayed right here. Now what we need to do is we need to display the post from our Blogger website. And before that, let's go ahead and change these featured posts over here. Let's go ahead and change these featured posts to the posts from our website. So I'll just go ahead and copy this title from here, and let's go back to our theme code, and let's go to the header. So I'll just search for the end of the header tag, and this is where the featured posts are displayed. So let's go ahead and select the first post, and let's paste the title over here, and let's also copy the link of this post. So I'll just right click over here and click on copy link address, and let's paste the link over here inside this anchor tag href. let's do the same for these two posts. So for the second one, I'll just copy this one right here, and let's paste it over here, and let's copy the link. So right click over here and go to copy link address, and let's paste the link over here. And then lastly, we have one more post. So for this one, I'll just copy this title, and let's paste it over here, and let's copy the link, and let's paste the link over here. Right now, if you save this, and if you go back to our website, and if I refresh this page, and if we click on this search icon, we have the correct featured posts over here. And if I click on any of these featured posts, we can see we are taken to that featured post. So everything is working all right. Now let's go ahead and add the functionality of the live search. So for that, the first thing we need to do is we need to get all the posts from our website. Now for this, we're going to use JSON feed API in Blogger. So let's go back, and let's go to our JavaScript. And here at the end, I'll just create a script tag. And here we need to add an src. So let's type src equals. And here we need to add the link to fetch all the posts. So for that, you have to type /feeds /posts /summary alt equals JSON in script. And then you need to type ampersand callback, and here we need to add the name of a function. So we'll create a function called handle all posts. Now what will happen is that this line of code will run, and it will get all the details of our website, and it will run this function called handle all posts. So let's go ahead and write the handle all posts function over here inside our JavaScript code. So here I'll just type const handle all posts equals, and here in this function we also get some data as an argument. So I'll just call it data. And first of all, let's see what we get in our data. So let's just console.log it. So I'll just type console.log data, and let's click on save. And here we have this error on line number 4862. That's because we have this ampersand symbol over here. So here you have to type ampersand AMP semicolon, because we are writing all this code inside an XML file. So let's go ahead and save this. And let's go back to our website, and let's refresh this page. And let's open the console. And here we can see we have this object, and if I open that, we have feed. And if I open the feed, we have all these details about our website. Here we can see we have the author, category, and all these things over here, but we are interested in entry. So let's click on entry. And here in the entry, we have all these posts from our website. And if I open any of these items, here we can see we have the ID, link, title, and all these things over here about the post. So what we will do is we'll just store this entry inside the all posts array. So if you go back to our JavaScript file, here we can see that we have this array called all posts, and in that we had all these titles which we used for testing our design. But now since we have the real data, we can just go ahead and store this entry inside the all posts array. So let's go ahead and here, if we scroll up, here we have this all posts array. So I'll just delete all the content inside that. So here we can see now we have this empty array. Now let's scroll down, and here let's type all posts equals data, and we had feed in that, and in that we had entry. Right now let's go ahead and delete this line of code. So now we are storing the data of all the posts inside this all posts array. Now let's go ahead and see what are the other changes we need to do. So here we also need to change this UL for the featured posts. So let's copy the same HTML from above. So let's go to the end of the header tag, And here we have these featured posts. So I'll just copy this UL from here, and let's scroll down and let's paste it over here, because here also we are adding the same HTML. So let's paste it over here. Right now let's scroll up, and here we can see that we are adding an event listener to this search input, and in that we are populating this filtered posts array, and we are just checking whether the title of any of the posts inside all posts array includes the search term mentioned inside the search input. And here we are just creating this filter posts array, and then we are calling this function called populate search results. And let's scroll up and let's see what it does. So here we have this function, and that we are creating this UL which displays all these posts over here. Here we need to make a couple of changes. So here the first thing we need to do is we need to change p.title to the title that we get from the Blogger JSON feed. Let's quickly go ahead and see what is the data. So I'll just console.log it over here. So just type console.log, and I'll just log the all posts array, and let's click on save. And let's go back to our website and let's refresh this page, and let's open the console. And here we can see, if we go inside one of these items, we have the title, and in the title we have this $T, and in that we have the actual title. So instead of just title, we need to change it to title.$T. So here let's change this to p.title.$T, and let's see how we are getting the link. So let's go back to the console, and for the link we have this link, and in that we have the last item, which is the link of the post. So let's go back, and here we need to type p.link, and we need to select the last item. So for that you have to type p.link.length -1. So this will give us the last item, and in that we have the href key. So here we can see we have this link, and in that we have the href, and in that we have the link. So let's type .href, and I think that's basically it. So let's go ahead and save this. And let's go back to our website and let's refresh this page. And let's click on the search icon and let's search for something over here. So I'll just type how, and it doesn't seem to work. So let's right click over here and let's go to inspect, and let's see whether we have any errors. So here we have this error, post.title.lowercase is not a function. Let's click on this link, and it is right here, post.title.toLowercase. That's because inside here we need to change it to post.title.$T. So let's go back and let's do that. So it is right here. So here we need to change this to post.title.$T to lowercase, and let's save it. And let's go back to our website and let's see whether it works. Let's click on this search icon and let's search for something over here. So if I just type how, we can see that all the posts for how are displayed over here, and if I click on any of these, we are taken to that post. So everything is working all right. Now here we can see that if we have a lot of posts, then we will have a very large height for this element. So we'll go ahead and set a max height for this. So I'll just right click over here and click on inspect, and this is the search results. So here I'll just set a max height, and let's try 400 pixels. I think we can decrease it even more. Let's try 300 pixels. I think that looks alright. You can change this to whatever you want. And now here we can see that the titles are displayed outside this division as well. So for that you have to type overflow y, and you need to set it to scroll. And now if you go back, we can go ahead and scroll over here. But when we scroll, we can see that the search input field is also going up. So let's go ahead and add these 2 lines of CSS to the inner division. So let's copy these from here, and let's go inside this div, and here we can see we have this division with the class of results container. So I'll just paste it over here for this element, and now we can see that we are able to scroll up or down. Let's decrease the max height a little bit more. I think 240 looks alright. So now let's go ahead and add this CSS to our theme code. So we need to add these 2 lines of CSS. So let's copy these, and we need to add it to the results container. So let's go to the CSS, and here we have the CSS for the custom header. Let's search for the results container, and I don't think we have the selector for that. So I'll just create it over here. So I'll just type search results container, and let's paste the 2 lines of CSS over here, and let's click on save. And let's go back to our website, and let's refresh this page, and let's click on the search icon, and let's search for something. So now we can see that we have the correct height. So everything is working alright. And if I click on any of these links, we are taken to that particular post. So that's basically how you can add live search to your Blogger website. Alright, so that's basically it for this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.